Today's episode of Film Riot is brought to you by Domain.com. Today on Film Riot, we watch the second half of the Slate. Hi. Welcome to Film Riot, the show that blah, 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 blah. So last week, I showed you crazy kids the first half of the Slate, which was a secret project we were working on with Brian Brushwood last year. Since we haven't done anything with it yet, we thought it would be cool to give you guys a look at it and get your feedback. Now, if you didn't see the first half, go check out last week's episode before you watch this one. Otherwise, a booyah.
Logo.
I know, what's the movie?
Yeah,
I don't know
okay.
what the movie is.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Oh, you upset him, but you didn't upset me.
I think you misread me. What this is the look of abject embarrassment, as I have never watched Butch Cassidy. I knew you were going to give me that look.
Boy.
Leaving myself a note to hate you later.
Yeah, do that. Copy me on that.
Yeah, and yeah. Dude, that is an amazing movie.
Okay, now
like, he's dead on.
Does
it
it
is one
hold
of the
up?
greatest buddy movies ever. Yeah, absolutely. There's two parts. No, there's one part.
There's one part.
One part where you're going to be like,
should be cut.
Spider-Man 2.
It should
but
just be cut.
Other than that,
But once you watch this, you'll look at films like Bad Boys, Lethal Weapon, which I love, and you'll say, okay, this is where this...
the whole dynamic.
Yeah, definitely.
Defined a genre.
absolutely. My next pick, Hitchcock, my other love affair, filmmaking love affair, Dial M for Murder.
I've never seen
Never
that
seen
one.
it.
Oh, you guys are killing me.
Is it really better than all the? Because I love The Birds, and of course Psycho's amazing.
North
The
by
Birds
Northwest.
is
Yeah.
The Birds is great, but I don't think holds up quite as well as some of his other films. It was just, I love films that take place in one room. It's a character study that just, and by the end of the movie, you're like, wait a minute, we've never left this one set, and it's not just one set; it's literally one room.
Like The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, and you're never bored.
All right, we're in the home stretch now.
right,
I've
you
got right here. Oh yes, The Prestige. What?
I
What?
Explain your huh.
I liked it. I didn't love it. I don't know why. I couldn't love it.
Okay, now I will be the first to admit that some part of this has to be the fact that, of course, Christopher Nolan's amazing. I loved him ever since Memento was phenomenal.
Right.
I love Memento so much that I actually got a pirated copy and chopped it up so I could experience watching it forward. Like,
serious?
edited myself. I spent like 3 hours just so I could experience it.
Completely not nerdy. By the way.
Yeah. So I was ready for another really good Christopher Nolan movie, and of course, being a touring stage magician, it's amazing how many of the little details of magic, especially in Victorian era, he got absolutely right. Chung Ling Soo is a real guy who they don't say it in The Prestige, but in real life he died doing the bullet catch, and then it was revealed that he was never Chinese to begin with. He was a white American who pretended to be Asian, but he lived his whole life pretending to be Asian so that he could have this success, and they allude to that in the movie. But the reveal at the end of it and the shocking double twist, and it was so good.
I'm with you. It's actually one of my favorite Nolan films. It's definitely like top 3 at least.
Yeah.
Are we doing now?
Yeah,
We're number 4. We're almost done.
Is it 4 already?
Yeah, number 4. I'm gonna go to my comedy pick.
Okay.
The Princess Bride. I can't.
Very rewatchable.
That's like a huge nostalgic movie for me because my dad freaking loved that film. So I watched it. I don't even know how many times because it was like, oh, you like it? I like it too, Dad. Let's quote it together.
But has it held up or no?
Oh, absolutely. I just watched it not too long ago, and I'm like, wow. There were so many jokes that I didn't get when I was a kid that I was like, this is freaking genius.
That's what's amazing about period movies is they truly are timeless because they work so hard to make it look like it's the 1600s or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I remember catching Mutiny on the Bounty, and I had no idea. I still don't know when that movie came out.
Right.
I think the one with was it Mel Gibson's in it? And I remember like it was like discovering this artifact because it holds up so well because everything is period. Lonesome Dove is the same way. Lonesome Dove, of course, all set in
It was
the
a TV miniseries, wasn't it?
Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Lonesome Dove is amazing, and it's all on Netflix instant streaming. You gotta check that one.
Was it Ricky Schroeder in that?
Yeah. Okay. Screw you. You know what else was in there? Was
Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
No. Why can I not remember their
Screech
names?
was in it, I think.
I'm just naming people that I remember from when I was a kid.
Keep going. Go on.
I'm feeling I'm gonna get picked on by you.
Good, because you deserve it.
Mission Impossible, the first one.
The movie?
I knew it. That was one of the movies that informed my visual aesthetic so much. It just kind of shaped me as a filmmaker. That and Jurassic Park.
You said before that's where you discovered the Dutch angle.
The Dutch angle. That was the first time that
What
I
is the
discovered
Dutch
it. This. Basically.
Tilt.
Everything's on a skew. I just feel judged. So judged by you right now.
No, it's fine.
That's
Brian
a great
De Palma?
spy movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
Brian De
Brian De
Palma. Great filmmaker that has a lot of missteps, but such a great visual filmmaker. And it definitely, I think if you watch my stuff that's not comedy, you could definitely see a
Influence.
major influence.
Oh, man.
In the pacing and tone and how he sets his scenes. All right, so your fifth pick.
This one, I had a tie, and it's up to you. I'm not going to try to squeeze them both in. I can either tell
you're
you.
cheating a bit. Big
I'm
surprise.
cheating a little bit. That's what's host a scam school. Cheating. What a surprise, right?
Yeah.
I can either tell you the single greatest horror movie of all time,
Oh, I'm already in.
or I can tell you the single greatest superhero movie of all time.
I want both.
Yeah,
Because I'm a
second.
glutton.
All right, in your mind, decide what those are. Okay.
I got him.
It's a trick.
And we'll start first with horror.
Okay.
The Exorcist is
That's
the single
what I-
greatest
that's
horror
what I was
movie.
gonna guess.
Specifically,
I want to guess the superhero one.
Specifically, the version you've never seen before. That's the one.
Yes.
It's the first time. It's the only movie I know of where every single change made it better. They added what?
Yes.
12 minutes of footage.
Some of the dialogue they took off between the priests, I'm like, this wasn't in the film?
Yes.
Because actually the first time I saw it was the extended cut.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. See, I watched it. I loved the movie as it was, but then the extended cut, I'm like, well, I'll go see it because I love the movie and I
Yeah.
want to see it tightened up. But instead, every single second of the added footage was absolutely
And
electric.
it still holds up. Most really old horror movies, they're still good, but they're not necessarily scary.
Well, and even like Rosemary's Baby
Yeah.
ends real cheesy
Still good,
at the
but
end.
not
yeah.
scary
You have to
at
forgive
all.
stuff. You don't have
Yeah.
to forgive 1
Nothing.
second. Yeah.
It's fantastic. And was it Linda Blair, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
Whose career went straight downhill after that? I think.
All right, I'm going to guess your superhero one.
Okay. All right.
Watchmen.
No,
Dang
not
it.
by a long shot.
All right. I
Daredevil.
tried. Oh,
Yes.
Elektra.
That's The Incredibles is the greatest superhero movie ever.
Give me a minute. Let me chew on this.
You start.
So you think a cartoon
No.
is the greatest?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling
I
you.
don't know how I feel about
It
this.
is note perfect. It is the best Brad Bird
I'm
movie.
going to go with that.
It
But
is.
it's also kind of a comedy.
Well, yeah, but it's also an action. It's an action adventure movie.
Yes.
The action scenes are freaking phenomenal. It tells two simultaneous stories that are both highly compelling.
Agreed again.
It's fast paced. You think about the opening scene where it's 1940s aesthetic everywhere you look
Yeah.
in the golden age of comics. Then when they're all fat and older and they're in hiding, it's 1960s, all Brady Bunch architecture.
Agreed.
And there's nothing bad about that show. The art style's amazing. The comedy's amazing. It has heart and it kicks. Oh, I'm gonna punch you if you don't agree with me.
I
No,
agree.
it's a great movie. It's my favorite Pixar film.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
Fantastic.
But I think it was a great film. Something's keeping me from
Watch it
accepting.
again.
I think it's because it's a cartoon. I have
I
such a
think maybe
disconnect
it
from
is.
cartoons. I'm like, it's a cartoon.
See, okay, think about it this way. Everyone thinks like, oh, dismiss cartoons. But if you think about it as far as being able to tell a true perfect vision of what the director intended, a cartoon gives them absolute full control down
yeah,
to the
completely.
very pixel. I just watched, Brad Bird did Ghost Protocol. I watched that 2 nights ago. Not nearly as good as
Really?
any of his animated stuff.
You make
It's
a
an
strong
interesting
case.
point. Yeah.
All right.
And in a very passionate case, might I add.
Yes.
Everyone's bring in the hate flames. Go.
I,
Curious to see the comments on this.
I know.
one.
Yeah.
You're fifth and
All right,
final.
go.
my fifth is a movie I'm pretty sure no one's ever seen.
Okay. This ought to be fun.
It's called Two Girls and a Guy. Not.
we both went to the same place. I'm like, oh yeah? There's a feature-length version of that, is there? I saw the trailer, unfortunately.
Natasha Gregson Wagner, Heather Graham, and Robert Downey Jr., who, in my opinion, may be the best actor alive.
Wow.
Over Daniel Day-Lewis?
Yes.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
picking Daniel Day-Lewis. Louis. D.D. Louis. as
If
call
I
him.
didn't see
Double
Daniel
D-
Day-Lewis,
double
do
D's.
Gold D cup. Two
What
girls
is
and a
it?
guy.
It's a drama,
Two
right?
Girls and a Guy. It's a drama. It takes place all in
One room.
one apartment,
Love that.
and it's, I believe, my instinct is it's largely improvised.
Okay, so my final pick, once again, it's a Hitchcock. I got 2 Spielberg, 2 Hitchcocks, and
What?
only one that
Wow.
yeah, I know. Rope. Have either of you seen it?
No.
Oh my god. fantastic. Once again, another one-room movie, and this one was kind of a gimmick movie for him. He wanted the whole movie to seem like one continuous take that never cut, and at the time, they obviously couldn't do that. He had to do different reels. Each reel was only, I think, 11 minutes, so they had to do something like 8 reels, and so they would try to do these cuts, which at the time, nobody noticed these hidden cuts, but now it's like somebody walks towards the camera, and you see the black change a little bit. Yeah.
So is each reel a continuous? Are there no cuts within the reel?
Within the reel. But he had to cut.
From reel to reel.
From reel to reel. So they would do these little hidden cuts by panning to something, or usually coming into something fully and then coming back out. So it's like these super obvious cuts nowadays. But at the time, they didn't do that. So it was just a really good practice in pacing and acting, very much like stage plays.
I would like to point out that all of our final choices we felt very defensive about.
I know.
And nobody else
And no one else
appreciated it. It was intensely personal. That was pretty rad.
It was. Cheers to us. Well, I guess this is where we close out the show. That's about it.
Yeah.
It was a blast-tastic.
It has been.
Thanks, Umbertos.
Thank you, Umbertos. Thank you,
Sal.
Sal.
You know what we should do on a weekly basis is we should talk about what we're watching, like what we watched lately, and if we suggest it or not.
I saw Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible, at a fake IMAX.
So, girls, should we see it? Should we not see it?
You should watch the first 60% of it, and then pretend they found the bad guys in Dubai,
And then
leave.
walk away.
Just be like, hey, they
I haven't
found
seen
them.
it yet, so I can't comment.
Disappointing. I haven't either.
How about you? What have you been watching?
I watched Mac Lethal's new video on YouTube. It got 11 million hits since November 30th, and that's about a little over 2
28
weeks.
minutes.
Send some of that our way.
He's making pancakes while he's rapping about it, and he
I
has
have seen that.
skills as a fast rapper. He's really good, but the first half of the rap is all about making a breakfast. The second half is about Chris Brown and Rihanna, and it just kind of gets all disjointed, and it's lip synced. He's not even doing it live.
What?
Oh, really?
It's lip synced.
Are you sure
Doesn't
about
that
that?
defeat
Because
the point?
if you're wrong, the fury of YouTube is going to be.
Yeah, that's on you.
If I'm
I'm not making that comment.
That's
I'm
him.
wrong,
That's
bring it
him.
up.
Todd's on his own
That's right.
internet.
I'm saying don't watch because it's lip synced.
Don't watch. I'm watching American Horror Story right now. I bought
You
this season.
will not
on
stop
iTunes.
talking about it. It
It's
must be.
amazing. It's literally like every movie is like a horror movie that was coming out and I was excited for and not disappointed.
Wow.
Did I say every movie?
Yes.
I meant every week.
That's how
episode.
good.
There we go.
It
Every-
makes you think weeks are movies.
Every
That's
week,
how good this
every
show
week,
is.
it's like a horror movie that I was excited for, not disappointed. There's only been one episode that was slow as compared to the other ones, but then it just picked right back up, and I was like, "What's happening?" It's great. I mean, it's obviously takes from the stereotypes of other horror films, popular ones, and it definitely is standing on the shoulders of certain ones like Amityville Horror. But oh my God, such
it keeps
a good
it
show.
interesting and
Yeah, and
stuff.
one of the most cinematic shows I've ever seen.
I'm
The
gonna start watching
cinematography
it.
is freaking fantastic.
American Horror Story.
So I
See
say,
that?
watch the crap out of it.
That just happened.
Whoa.
did.
Wow.
This is a bad idea, but I like it. There we go. Oh! That was a bad idea. Looks like we bought a glass.
New glass, Sal.
That was Todd.
Let's get
That was
it.
Todd. Well, see you guys next week.
So we gotta start this off proper.
Yeah.
Coffee and beer glass. Start our second episode. Justin Robert Young. Closer.
Glad to be here at 10 in the
Glad
morning.
you're here.
Huzzah! I like that you guys, like we just come rolling into the diner, you're like, oh, a little bit of coffee. We're like,
hello.
2 beers. Now.
Domain.com is the place to go if you're looking to get yourself a domain name or web hosting. Whatever it is you are looking to do, from hosting a blog or promoting yourself on the web, Domain.com is by far the best place to go. You want a domain name but can't decide which it should be? They have a domain discovery system that will help you out and get one that you want. And just to sweeten the deal, if you use the coupon code FilmRiot at checkout, you can score 15% off your domain name and web hosting. So if you're looking to build a presence on the web, do it through Domain.com.
Logo.
What? Nope. Yep. It done, son. So there you go. You have now seen the first full episode, and we really want to know what you guys think. Is this something that you would want to see us make? Post your thoughts below. We would love to get your input. But that is it for me. Next week, Ryan is back, so I'll miss you. I love you. Follow my Twitter. Goodbye forever.